Well, hello, USA.
Hello.
Hello.
It's an exciting time right now. We're here at the start of where it's the time where Zinzino hits top gear and really gets into the high season. And there's so many things that are changing and going on because we know that Orjan has a huge vision for Zinzino and where it really, where they're saying we're going to be. And that is 1 million customers in 2020 and the number one direct sales company in the
world. Yes.
We're excited about that. And actually, the things that they've been doing in the last period of time with more online meetings, because we know that's one of the keys of things. Have you seen our our website lately? That's just crazy. There's so many great things in there. And all of this is all tying together into the big vision. So today, actually, we're going to talk to the visionary behind all of this, the founder who knows exactly where he wants Zinzino to go. And so let's just put him on here. Hey, Orjan, thank you for being on.
Hi, Carla. Good to see you. Good to see everyone.
And
I want to...
You go ahead and just explain, kind of tell people.
Yeah.
People got that vision, they'd be out there trucking.
Well, that's exactly what I wanted to talk about, and that is that if you have 100% confidence, meaning that you're just 100% confident, there is nothing inside of you going to hold you back. So one of the things that I see is that to learn the way of doing the Zinzino business, that's not very difficult. It's pretty simple to learn how to do a customer presentation online or offline. Introducing a partner to the business is fairly simple. Just doing all the activities that we do, going to an event, well, that's very simple. Writing a name list for your prospects, that's very simple. So like most of the things that we do is very easy. There is like, anybody can do it if they put a little bit of effort into it, meaning that anybody that has normal schooling, just the normal speaking ability, normal writing ability. I'm a dyslexic. I don't really have normal writing abilities even. So yes, I do get by, but I mean, there is spell correct after my spell correct program has spell corrected me all the time. Sometimes I write text messages that I sent and I look at it afterwards and I get shocked. Did I really say this? Because when you have dyslexia, a few hours later, you see more of your mistakes than in the right now and then. So if you're just pretty much an average person, you can go as far as I've gone in this business when it comes to the number of customers, the number of partners in the team, and so on. When it comes to the practical side of how to get customers, how to get partners, how to talk to people, and so on. So why doesn't everyone do that? Why isn't Carla already a global president? Why is Bob struggling to become president? Well, he is not the only one in the world struggling to become president. I mean, I know some presidents over there that kind of struggling all the time, but let's not talk about that. But why isn't people just moving fast up to the ranks of executive, of diamond? Why doesn't everyone has 100 customer or 200 customer? Well, I'll tell you this one thing. It's not because we lack people that are not in balance. I mean, out of the 330 million Americans, give and take 10 million, I don't know exactly how many there is. We know for a fact that 99% of them are out of balance, meaning that there is just about 3 million people in America that has the kind of balance between omega-6 fatty acid and omega-3 fatty acid that all the governments across the world, all the health organizations, especially the heart health organizations across the world, and now actually they're joined by all the other organizations for all of the different things that I can't mention. But those that want to keep people healthy all over the world, they agree with us that ideally you should have a 6-3 balance, somewhere between 3-1, 5-1, somewhere in that area. That's for optimal health. And then we have 326,700,000 walking around in America having not that optimal balances. It's not only that they don't have an optimal balance, they're like way away from having an optimal balance. We're talking about that if we took it to 300 million Americans, 330 million Americans, and we took the 750 million Europeans and we added all of the numbers together, the 750 million Europeans still have a lower balance than the 330 million Americans, even though we're twice as many. That's how bad it is. So yes, everyone needs to get the balance. Everyone you know, 99 out of 100 on your list needs to get in balance. And the 1% that has balance, well, that's the people that already have health challenges and have had to adjust their diets so that they can live a normal life or try to live a normal life. And they want the products more than anybody else. So that gives you pretty much 100 out of 100 would need what you have. And when you give it to them, you will literally change your life in the short term and in the long term. And when you change your life, they get the families to do the same. You change the family's life. And you could change the course of American healthcare if we brought this to everyone. So why aren't we talking to them? Why aren't we bringing people into this business? It's because somehow, and this is including me, and it's including you, Arla, it's including Angie, it's including Chris, it's including even Carla, somehow has adapted these things on the inside of her, inside of me, called insecurities. That we have some level of fear. And fear stops us. Fear is the most real, unreal thing. And fear stops us from doing what's good for us very often. Fear is designed to be something stopping us from doing things that are not good for us, like eating sugar. Come on, give me a laugh there. Drinking soda pop, having a hamburger. Well, that didn't exist when we were developed or created, whatever you believe. That didn't exist back then, so that wasn't put directly in there. But we should have been fearful of not, like, we should be scared. We should really be scared of not helping our friends and neighbors getting into the appropriate omega-6, omega-3 balance. That we should be fearful of, but we should not be fearful of contacting them and saying that, hey, I've got some information that I would like to share with you. I've got a test. I would so recommend getting the Ultimate Body Kit with the 10 tests and use the 10 tests in the marketing of your business, because then you can say, I've got a free test that we send all the way over to Europe to check out if your diet is in accordance to what is recommended by the most modern science. And I've got that for free to you if you want to take a look at our products. That's a very great approach, and you'd burn off 10 tests in the first 10 days and get 10 balanced customers, and then you'd sweetly ask them if you could use their one test to help them get their first customer in the row of getting Cincino for free. And then when that customer comes in, you sweetly ask them. So you never run out of tests, even though you market free tests. Did you see that? So that's kind of cool. So somehow fear is sneaking in, stopping us from doing what's natural. And that's why I would encourage you to come to all events, go to all BPs, and have weekly coachings with your uplines, weekly mentoring session, read books, read personal development, watch personal development on YouTube, anything where you could build up your belief in you, your confidence level, so that you would be able to say, well, I believe this. I've seen, and for those that have been around for a while, you've seen it. And for those that haven't been around and are brand new, you can just talk in the next VP or to any of those people on this conference that you see, just talk to them, book a meeting with them, and they'll tell you the effect of the balanced soil, and you'll understand that this is the real thing. And then build up a confidence where you stop holding back, but you go out and you talk to every single one on your top 100 list within the next 30 days. Within the end of July, you should have talked to every single one on your current top 100 list and invited them either to see the product or to become a partner of the business. And then when you're done with the 100, you do the next 100 in the next couple of months. And you just increase your activity, and that will so much explode results in everyone's business. Whenever I check this out in an event and I say, okay, is there anybody here in this room that would like everyone in their team to be a pro team? I see always all the hands go up. And then a second later I said, so all of those in this room, that is a pro team, no, raise your hand. And I see so few hands going up, which proves to me that people don't do what they know is good for them. They do the things that they have the courage to do, and because of lack of confidence, self-esteem, because of scarcity, what if? People say, what if it doesn't happen? What if I don't make it? What if this company doesn't go to 1 million customers? What if, instead of saying, what if it does go? See the sudden difference between those two? You're either questioning that, is it going to happen? Or you ask the question in a positive way, what happens with me when it happens? And that's just much more confident way of saying it. And I know we're going to 1 million people. In fact, I know that we'll hit 20 million people. In fact, I know that our product is so important that I can't say that our product in and of itself will change every human being in the world, but I can say the knowledge of the 6-tree balance will do so. It is too obvious to be ignored. It can't be ignored for much longer. This is going to be something that is so mainstream that 20, 30, 40 years from now, I'm hoping that you're still out pricking fingers, but the ratio is the opposite way around. You have to prick 99 people to find one that is out of balance, because then we as a team change the world. And you guys that took action sponsored massive numbers of partners that each got 25 to 100 to 200 to 500 customers each. Each one of you just made a huge career for yourself. So if you wonder if I'm excited, stop wondering. I am. If you wonder if I'm confident, stop wondering. I am. I know we're going to do this. And every day is a constant improvement of the company, of what we do, of how we do it, so that more people can more easily believe that this is going to happen. And next week is big with the Oslo Leadership School. We've got 11 people coming over from the US. So proud of those 11. You guys should all get them to get all of that knowledge over to you. And yes, we do have a big announcement on Monday. So maybe you get an opportunity. Well, I can't say anything more than that. So I'll give it back to you, Carla. This was way too long from my side, but the business is easy. The business is easy. Getting customers is easy. Getting partners is easy. Believing that you will become a diamond, believing that you will become a crown, believing that you will be a president. That's where the challenge is. So start telling yourself, I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make Cincinnati great in America. I'm going to at least do one thing. The 99 next people that is out of balance is going to get to enjoy the products from me, and I'm going to sell them the product. And the one out of the 100 that has the balance, I'm going to give them their products for free so that I get 100 out of 100.
Yes.
Ooh, yes.
Or, we want to feel that passion all the time and always know we're going to be number one. Like, anybody else can feel it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Zinzino will be number one, and it all has to do with the products that we have and the amazing people that we have allowing us to get out there and helping us, giving us the tool out there and do it. Every day I think how thankful I am for these products, and they are hands down, don't compare to anything else out there. And we are changing lives. We really are. And that's going to bring us to number one. I am so excited for Zinzino's future. And I, along with Orjan and everybody else on the call, I have no doubt that we are going to be number one. There is no doubt. We will be number one. And I'm excited.
Christy, you had a non-medical situation occur today where you used one of our products. Can't you just share that? Because that's it's a legal testimonial. I love legal testimonials.
I was just so excited, and I did post it on Facebook, but we had a situation. My daughter got out of the lake. It was actually yesterday afternoon, and she instantly, within about 20 minutes, her body was on fire with itches. And she's normally a very calm 4-year-old, and she was crying and like rubbing up on everything and freaking out and just itching her body like crazy. And there was no sign of anything yet. And so I put her in a coconut milk bath, and I put some soothing Aveeno body wash on, and we put a soothing lotion on, and nothing was helping, and she was freaking out. And I thought, there might be something seriously wrong. I might have to bring her in. Well, we had assumed that it was swimmer's itch because she was in the lake. And so we were on our way into town to go check out what they had at the pharmacy for itchy skin. And she's freaking out in the back. And I look over, and in my door, I had the Zinzino skin serum that we had just used in the car for sunburn earlier in the week. And I said, here, honey, here, put this on. And she puts it on, and she's itching. And then I don't hear anything. It's just silent in the back seat. And I turn around and I go, is everything okay? And she goes, yeah, my legs and my arms don't itch anymore, just up here on my thighs. And I said, well, here, put some more on. And she puts it on, and the rest of the night, not a peep. This morning she woke up, and you could see that her swimmer's itch had broken out, the little bumps, but no itching. She put a little bit more serum on, and I honestly like got all giddy inside, like, I have my hands on something that's so good for my kids and helped with swimmer's itch. Like, this is just crazy. It was pretty cool.
And let me add a couple more things to the serum there. So if she, becomes a teenager, and when she starts using skincare for her face, what that serum will do is not only stop itching like that, but it'll keep her young for about a decade longer. You can actually, if you take it from your young, meaning your teenage years, so start before you're 22, because that's when you start developing wrinkles, you could literally slow your aging by a decade. And that's pretty amazing. And you've been having this aging process going on. Well, the before and after picture, when people use the serum, is pretty amazing. It can never take away a wrinkle, because that has to surgically be removed, but it can take away the depth of the wrinkle quite a bit, and that goes really quick too. So I'm so excited about that product. I was part of developing it together with Dr. Paul and some other people from our doctorate team, and it's really something that is just through the roof again. And yeah, so I'm so happy that you shared that story. Thank you.
Absolutely.
But it's so exciting with all those great products. We just need to get the word out and tell more people. I think that's actually, Angie, what we've been talking about, is just having people just do it.
Well,
Absolutely. Let's not let the fear keep us from spreading the word, from getting the word out, and having the action, sharing the amazing products that we have, sharing our health concept with everybody that we know. Let's not worry about if we're doing it exactly right, what we think is exactly right. Let's not let that hold us back, and let's get out there and share it with everybody, and just not let your fears keep you from doing that, because we know that we're going to number one. So our job is just to get out there and spread the word.
Awesome.
Thank you. Could I just add one thing to that? Like, I would make a summer campaign where you just got every existing customer, every existing partner, everyone that has ever been in, just get them on a CRM subscription themselves. If we got everyone that is already in to add a CRM, one more subscription, either as a plus or as a new one, that would double the customer count. Number one, that makes us happy. But number two, you'd have thousands of testimonials by the time I see you guys at the annual US event in August.
Fantastic, guys. Let's do that.
I think we're all ready to do this. Bob, I think you've said too. This is because you've got more than one company, at least two, at least three, or something like that.
Yeah, this is 3 now, yeah.
This one is the future, Bob.
This is the one, yeah. And I like the live events we've been doing now. The interaction with different people, like, saying what their test results were and their testimonies. I like that. I think the people that are on it too would like to see that too. They can, they can sit in their home and they can watch on there. And I love it. It's great. And the products, they just, I feel amazing. From 3 years ago when I got on this product, I felt 15 years older than I do right now. I feel great. I'm physically able to do whatever I want to. It's awesome. So the products, we're helping so many people. The products are just great. What can I say? They're awesome. The company is a great company too, and we're moving forward, and we're gonna hit those 1 million customers.
Mm-hmm. It's exciting, and I know it's just about learning everything we need to learn. We got this. We can do this, and we're as a leader team really working at learning as much as we can. Arlo, we're headed to Oslo. We're ready to go.
We are. I just love the culture of Zinzino. It's one big family, and we learn so much. And, I love the theme of Zinzino this year is acceleration. We're accelerating to get towards that 1 million customers by 2020. And we're doing all the things right. And we got a new web page going on now. And it's just such an exciting time for us. And I'm so excited to join everybody else at Leader School in Norway coming up here. And that's really where you learn to take your business to the next level. And I'm so excited to hear the announcement on Monday. I can't wait for that. So stay tuned for that. Really pay attention to your best, your emails and things like that. We got some exciting news, the way it sounds, coming up on Monday. And I can't wait. Leader School is the place to be at. And there's about, thousands of other partners that have the same vision and the same goal as everybody else. And it's one big family. You really feel part of a great movement here. Mm-hmm. And I'm so excited that everybody's on the same page as us, especially the leaders that are on this call as well, and your teams. And it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. And I love what you said, even Bob said about growing and the vision and where we're going. Like, Orjan did his first live customer meeting. We got that going.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that was so scary. I like that. That's big steps. So I'm going to be out there all the time doing live events like this because we need to do that. The main problem we have is that we don't talk to enough people. And one of the things that is going to be launched in Oslo and by the 5th of August, by the annual event in US, is that we have a new product coming up that is working completely different from what the balance oil is doing. But I was just sitting, I've got some samples at home sitting this morning, and I took one, and literally, guys, it's something that works within 15, 20 minutes. It's so cool. So we've got new stuff also coming out that is just amazing. So this is going to be a good fall. It's going to be through the roof.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it. So I know, we've got Zinzino's ready to be kicking into extra high gear, and the US is ready to be really kicking into extra high gear. I know Orjan said it. We're going to do this. We're ready for that. So let's get out there and rock this. Anybody else ready?
Woo! I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Let's go.
I'm ready.
Fantastic. Thanks for watching in, everybody. Thank you, Orjan, for being on. We're so appreciative of that.
Thank you, Carla.
We're ready to rock. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go, Team USA. All right.
Woo!